What's going on, guys? It's Coach Steven with 15 Points of Tennis. Now, I've been kindly sent the Rocket Bag by Tennessee Williams, and I've been testing it for the past few months, and here's my honest review. I understand that, like a tennis bag, it's not the most exciting product on the market, but there are a couple key unique features of this bag that really stood out to me. We're also going to get into the reasons why this bag might not be for everybody. But if you're watching this channel, at some point you'll be in the market for a bag. So we're going to cover the main topics that might factor into a buying decision, and we'll go from there. Now first, the thing you'll notice is the size of this bag. It's relatively on the smaller, compact side. I mean, I would say you can look at here, it could fit about 4 rackets comfortably, and that's what I travel with. Now, if you're a national level player who's going to be gone for, a whole week plus, playing 10 days, like, you might need a 12-pack. But for me, this is more than plenty. Now, what was interesting as well, and compared to other bags I've used in the past, whether it's the racket pocket section, or whether it's the main compartment here, or any of the areas that carry water or the balls, each of the pockets seem to morph very well, expand and contract almost. So even if I had a few less rackets or a few more things, my water, my travel chair, extra pair of clothes, etc., it seemed to reach close to full utilization, where again other bags in the past didn't have pockets with that much wiggle room on the inside. So I think for the vast majority of players, a little more casual, competitive like myself, this kind of fits a sweet spot between mobility and things you want to bring around in your bag. Now the next thing we want to discuss is the structure. Okay, and look, I just actually came from a backpack style bag. I've used some of the other bigger 9-pack, etc., from various brands in the past. It always seemed like, after 6 months, a year or more in, they would just kind of start to collapse in on itself. I can't say that I'm not rough with my stuff. As a coach, I've got a lot of gear in the car. I'm throwing the bag in, out, and things are getting smushed all the time. But what was interesting with this particular product here is that it almost seemed like there was like a protective shell around it. And lo and behold, it wasn't until after I used it for 2 months. It is made with this 1680D ballistic nylon. And so it feels a little bit more like luggage. That 1680, talking about the density of this kind of outer material here, where I can definitely put things on top, and it's almost like it can support, like, my things on the inside with that type of structure. And so again, throwing my bag around quite frequently, I can have the confidence that everything on the inside will be protected. And this was the feature that actually stood out the most for me. Okay. Now, in addition, it's like a little self-explanatory, but they really did a good job putting thought into where the pockets are placed. Got the balls up top. I used to lose my keys just about every day after a long day being out on court. My keys going in and out, different rackets going in and out. Now everything is just right here, right on top. I never lose my wallet. I can just grab it and go. Water, and everything is beautifully labeled, whether it's which is a nice little touch. Whether it's pocket for balls, they have these little personalized labels, so it's like your phone. So it definitely gives the vibes of like a home packed lunch type of thing. The YKK zippers, they feel quite substantive. So I'd say they did a pretty solid job there as well. Now maybe the last thing to consider is the aesthetic. It's a very personal thing. For me, it works well. I like the minimal branding. The black, it's sleek, it's classic. and it doesn't show dirt, okay, which is very important. I think a little more American style. We like everything to be less branded compared to, hey, if you're living in some other country, other parts of the world, they like to sort of tout the big brand logos, maybe more of a status thing. But again, for me, this seems to have worked very well, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, so all in all, again, everything must be considered with price. Is this on the higher end? Perhaps, but you may not. You're getting a very good product that really does its function well, so it's not like you're getting nothing for something. But in my opinion, based on the materials, okay, again, fingers crossed, it feels like this is going to last me much longer than my other bags. Just how the bag was built. So you'll always have to do that calculation of how many years you're going to have it divided by price. And if this can last, in my opinion, it'll last at least 50-70% longer. Well, that may factor in. So all in all, I've had a very positive experience. It's not for everyone. I've had a lot of people in fact ask, where to get this bag, because it does have a unique shape to it. But I'm sure I'll give an update at some point in the future to see what this looks like. Again, I don't work for the company. They're not paying me to do these videos, but I just want to give you, my review after the last 2 months.